Hi, Quantum Jeremy here at Dynamic Martial Arts. I want to take you through some basic bow staff spins, and we're starting right now. Okay, so basic bow staff spinning, one thing you need to understand is where the middle of the staff is. So if you're holding a bow staff in your hands and you want to find the center of that thing, if you want to mark it with a piece of tape, by all means, that's up to you, do that. But start with the thing with your hands apart like this, and start sliding your hands closer together. And as your hands come together, that'll give you roughly the center. So you might have to adjust it just a little bit side to side, but try to balance that thing out. So once it's balanced on there, then you can mark the center of your staff with maybe a piece of tape, if that's what you want, or you could create a grip tape. I would again mark the center, and if you want to add grip tape to it, make sure you measure out about shoulder width and extend your grip tape from the center out to that point on each side. So measure those, mark those, and then make that your guide for adding the grip tape to your staff. Okay, so moving into some spinning here, guys. We're going to start with a basic figure 8 spin. So the basic figure 8 spin looks like this from the side. So we're circling it side to side. Now, to do that, we're going to have our hands pretty close together. We could do this with one hand, but right now we're going to do it with two. So you're going to keep your hands pretty close together. The end of the staff, mine is marked with a yellow stripe, so you might see that flying around the screen. But that end is the one that you're going to do. It's going to go around to your left side, and then it's going to go over here to your right side. And it's just going to keep doing that. Back and forth and back and forth. There you go. So if I were to turn this direction, and I were to do that motion right there, again, it goes from side to side. So practice that. You could use a bow staff if you have it. You could use a broom handle if you need to. But again, like I said in another video, be aware of your surroundings. We'll be doing this in the living room with a bunch of breakable stuff, okay? Follow along, practice where you have lots of space. And that might mean you have to go outside to actually practice this, okay? Let's do a few seconds of figure 8 spins. So here's the forward figure 8. And again, like I said, you could do this with two hands. You could do this with one hand. But the hand isn't going to be moving very much, right? So you're not going like, in a big circle, right? Your hand should be in pretty much the same spot. The weight of the weapon is what carries it around. So you just guide it with your hands and let the thing kind of spin itself around there. Okay, so moving into the next spin is a reverse figure 8. The reverse figure 8, it's gonna be a little bit harder to do, but I think I got a way to maybe trick you into doing it. So we start the same way we did before with the forward figure 8. We're holding it the same, okay? But this time what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go back toward your head. Don't hit yourself in the head, please. What we're going to focus on, though, is we're going to take this end that's coming out the top, and we're going to go backwards toward our left shoulder. We go back toward our left shoulder, but we go past it. We don't touch our left shoulder. We're going to go past that left shoulder. And it keeps going until it comes up on the other side. Now it goes past my right shoulder. Now it goes past my left shoulder. And then it goes past my right shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder. Right? Now you're doing what? The reverse figure 8. Let's check that out from the side. So, this was our forward. Now to reverse that, remember what I said, you're going to take that top end, the one that's coming out the top, and you're going to bring that back toward your head, and you're going to go past that left shoulder, past your left shoulder until it comes up in the front. Then you're going to go past your right shoulder. And then you're going to continue doing that. Past your left, past your right. And now what are you doing? The reverse figure 8. Nice loose grip with those hands. All right, so there's your forward and reverse figure 8s. For those of you who kind of master those skills and you understand the forward and reverse figure 8, challenge yourself to do this, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to put your right foot facing whatever direction you want to spin. Okay, that's going to be your forward direction where your right foot is facing. Now leave your feet where they're at and just turn and face the other way. Now your left foot is facing that way. Guess what? That's your reverse figure eights, okay? So you're on this side, you're going to go like this. You're going to do forward figure eights, right? So you're over here, you're going forward, right? The staff is tilting away from your body. Now turn your body this way, grab that thing again, and now go backwards. So now you're reversing that motion past your shoulders as you do the backwards, reverse figure eights. Okay? Now, there's a transition. There's a transition that happens on this side. So again, I've got my right foot here, my left foot here. To get to that side, I have to transition through here. And the goal of the transition is to not stop spinning. You have to keep spinning through the whole thing. So check this out. I'm going to be doing my forward figure eight over here, right? Once the staff comes to this side of my body, once it comes over to this side of my body, I'm going to keep it moving. And now look, it goes right past this shoulder. And now what am I doing? The reverse figure eight. Okay? Let's see that transition again. So we've got forward figure eight over here. Once it comes over to this side of my body, it goes past my shoulder, and now we're over here. To transition back, once it goes past my right shoulder, I just look this way, bring it over to the other side of my body, and guess what? I'm doing the forward figure eight. So now you can kind of put it together. You got forward, reverse, forward, reverse, forward, reverse. You can do that with one hand, right? Just keep doing that with one hand, right? Then we can get into some fancy schmancy stuff right here, where we're like, boom. All right, so again, make sure you guys have enough space to practice. Focus on the basic spins, the forward and the reverse figure eights. Use those to kind of build the coordination with the staff and to actually learn how to understand the balance of this weapon. It's a two-handed weapon. For mine is 6 feet tall, right? You want your staff to be about as tall as you or maybe another inch or so taller. So again, be safe. Happy training, and we'll see you on the mats.